my husband.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for being here. You know, so many people have worked so hard to make this moment possible, and especially my good friend Eileen Hayes, who's back here somewhere. You know, Eileen and her team at Amos House and Friendship Café have been inspiring me for more than 10 years. So it's a delight to be here today. Thank you, Jason, for sharing your story, because you remind me that there really is potential and possibility in each of us, and I congratulate you on putting it together. Thank you, Jason. And Dr. Barajas, my dear friend and colleague from the Board of Governors, Dr. Barajas helped me to learn, helped me to understand, and worked with me so hard to do the right thing. So thank you very, very much. An amazing campaign team who put this together. Thank you all very much as well. And honey, thank you for always encouraging me to do work that holds promise of making a difference in people's lives. I'm also really delighted to have my mom, my sisters Lorraine and Alan here, and my daughter Annabelle. So Annabelle got special dispensation to be out of school for a couple hours, but I promised her I'd have her back for math class. So, and our children, Ariane and Sam and Grace, couldn't be here today, but they're with us in spirit. I chose the Friendship Café, excuse me, to underscore my belief in the people of Providence. People come to work at the cafe every day to learn new skills and to help each other build a better future. Together, they make dreams become reality. Together, they realize the promise of their full potential. Together, we can accomplish for our city what Jason and so many others have accomplished for themselves and their families here at the cafe. This cafe is a model for us all. I am proud to stand here today and to announce that I am running for mayor of Providence. Thank you. Over the past 20 years, I've worked with many of you to build a better city. As your mayor, I will unify our city, and together, we will rebuild our economy and create new and better paying jobs. We will turn our schools into places that ignite a passion for learning, opening the door to promising futures for all of our children. And we will build a safer and more vibrant community, not just for the next 8 years, but for generations to come. Yes. Some of you don't know me well yet. Like many Providence residents, my parents came to this country seeking work and opportunity. Dad left Canada to find a job and a home where he and mom's over here, hi Mom, where they could start a family. And start a family they did. I am the second of 8 children. I grew up in the Rocky Point neighborhood of Warwick. Every summer from age 14 to 21, I worked at Camp Yagu. And early each morning before class at URI, I drove a school bus to earn money to fund my education. This hard work, a solid education, and the values I learned at home paid off. I landed a great job that took me around the country, and then I was accepted to the Harvard Business School, where I earned my MBA. 25 years ago, I realized my dream of moving back to Rhode Island, to raise a family, be among friends, and serve the community that I love. In our time in Providence, Ann and I have seen the city evolve in many wonderful ways. On summer nights, we walk along the river and take in the wonders of water fire. I'm inspired by the richness of diversity in our neighborhoods, and I see hopeful signs in the new businesses and cultural activities around us. But for far too many children and families, potential and possibility remain a distant dream, and the promise of Providence is unfulfilled. Today is about changing that Today is about returning potential, possibility, and promise to everyone in this city. Let me share with you 3 stories that illustrate how you and I can go about turning promise into reality here in Providence. The first story is about partnership. I've always believed in the power of people working together. Mom and Dad showed me early on how, in a large family, many hands make light work. With that lesson in mind, I co-founded what is now called Social Enterprise Greenhouse, as Eileen told you, and helped create an ecosystem for entrepreneurship. We harnessed Providence's assets to create a network that ignites ideas, energy, and resources for innovation. Over the course of 10 years, we brought together colleges, economic development agencies, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and an international network of over 2,000 social entrepreneurs. Today, Social Enterprise Greenhouse is helping over 150 local organizations provide training, creating jobs, and building a better community. Partnership matters. We can get so much more done when we work together. Many hands make light work. The second story is about problem solving. 3 years ago, as incoming chairman of the Board of Governors of Higher Education, I set out to break down the biggest barrier to getting ahead for our immigrant communities, getting a college degree, as Dr. Baraha so kindly shared. With the help of my courageous colleagues, and Tessa Constant is here somewhere, over here, also from the Board of Governors, thank you, Tessa. With the help of my courageous colleagues, I led the fight to make Rhode Island the first state in the nation where the Education Board made in-state tuition available to the children of undocumented immigrants.
Yeah.
It was a divisive issue. My family and I received vile and threatening messages. But I pushed forward. I encouraged my board to stand for justice and opportunity, and I was proud to see them vote one by one in a unanimous decision to keep hope alive in our community by making in-state tuition available to undocumented children.
All right.
This was the right thing to do. Unfortunately, the hate mail didn't stop. However, the expressions of thanks for our standing up will forever make us proud. And as your mayor, I'll continue to stand up for you. I will work to solve problems that get in the way of your progress. Problem solving matters. We have to think and act with vision, compassion, and courage. The third story is about perseverance. While I was serving as chair of the Board of Governors, Stanford University lost its bid to build a technology campus in New York City. So I asked Stanford President Hennessy to consider the 195 land as an alternative. While Stanford had a backup plan already in place, this conversation launched broader consideration of the options. I was determined to bring in new education and research capacity to grow the economy in Providence. So I contacted the leadership of the preeminent technology college in China. Today, Tsinghua University is exploring a partnership with URI at the Graduate School of Oceanography. You can be sure I will continue this level of creativity and tenacity to bring the best of the world to Providence. Perseverance matters. The biggest problems are the ones we must run toward, not away from. And here in Providence, that means stepping up to some big challenges, creating more and better jobs, improving our schools, and providing the best, most efficient service to the people of Providence. I have a track record of setting big, ambitious goals and meeting them. Together, we can achieve the following goals for Providence. The most important task ahead is strengthening our economy and putting people to work in well-paying jobs that offer an opportunity for growth. We cannot sustain our beautiful community with its inspiring arts and culture without jobs. We must have a comprehensive economic strategy that capitalizes on the distinctive assets of the city while promoting entrepreneurship of all kinds at every level and in every neighborhood. Providence has made progress. but there is so much more to do. Too many people are still behind the starting line, and too much talent and opportunity leaves our city. In the months ahead, I will share a detailed economic plan to make Providence a place where our best and brightest will stay. A city that captures the imagination of entrepreneurs from around the corner and around the globe. As your mayor, I will create a comprehensive incubator that encourages and enables a wide variety of entrepreneurship. I will form a business advisory council that helps City Hall identify and fix things that stand in the way of progress. I will reform the city's antiquated purchasing systems and buy local as often as possible.
Right. Yeah.
I will invest in neighborhood economic districts to spur retail activity. I will actively support and promote the Port of Providence, one of the busiest ports in the Northeast, but with a great deal of additional potential and a source of hundreds of high-quality jobs. I will develop strategies to optimize the arts as sources of economic activity, both downtown and in our neighborhoods. And I will develop an aggressive plan to reduce tax rates for business and property owners alike, making Providence a more competitive place to invest. The most important long-term driver of economic growth is a quality education. This is essential. Every child in Providence deserves a great education, and teachers deserve the support to make that possible. Many of our students have circumstances that make both of these things a real challenge. But if we connect the assets we have in our community with the teachers and the students in our schools, we can bridge the gap. With leadership, we can expand the kind of work done by the YMCA, Providence After School Alliance, Inspiring Minds, and so many other great organizations. This will help us to expand skills, spark imagination, and build confidence for all the children of Providence. We will find the resources to help every child succeed. As mayor, I will pursue a citywide free internet access, starting in low-income communities, to help level the playing field for all children. I will lead the effort to support preschool and full-day kindergarten to jumpstart reading. I will experiment with school-based health centers to deliver care to children when and where they need it, improving attendance and learning readiness. I will expand community support of teachers, providing them with the resources they need to get the job done.
Yes.
I will create more out-of-school mentorship and expanded learning opportunities so more students are inspired to think big. I will develop the full potential of the Providence Career and Technical Academy to open doors to promising career opportunities. To achieve these goals, we need a City Hall that works as hard as the people of Providence. A City Hall that gives taxpayers a great value for their investment, and a City Hall that is always getting better at everything it does. When I am mayor, that's what you'll get. We will find the best practices wherever they are around the world and replicate them here in Providence. The plan I've outlined today is really just a start. We will need to rely on the creativity and commitment of our entire community, all of us. A mayor's job is to serve and to lead, and I am asking you for the opportunity to do both. Providence has been a cradle of freedom, and in the words of Roger Williams, the home of many a lively experiment. Roger Williams set our course nearly 400 years ago, and his spirit still inspires us. Together we can advance the promise of Providence, making potential, possibility, and opportunity come alive for all. The best is yet to come. Thank you.